Welcome, my name is Adam, and this is Adam Makes Beer. Today we are going to be discussing how we clean a fermenter, or really any tank. For us, that process is called CIP, which is clean in place. It's the heart and soul of what we do. Probably 90% of what we do in a brewery is actually cleaning and sanitizing things. So we're going to focus today on cleaning a fermenter and getting out all the residuals from a fermentation. This is really much more of a deep dive tutorial. I want to have a series of tutorials where if maybe you're looking to get into the industry, you can kind of see the functionality of certain processes and how we carry that out. So anyways, hope you enjoy. All right, so I'm going to mix up some PVC. This is just a powdered brewery cleaner, which is really what it stands for. I'm going to soak all my small parts in this. This hot water right here coming out of this hose is hot thicker tank water. And now, since our tank is heated up pretty well, we're going to knock it up another bit and finally get it into temperature range to clean with caustic. I'm going to start running the pump and blasting some hot water through here. So I have this bit of PVC with all my dirty parts from the brew day. This gasket is one of the difficult things to work with in my mind. It doesn't seem like there's any good way of really working with them. They will get soaked overnight. They will be part of this clean cycle right here. I just feel like you need a hands-on approach with them here, both on the inside of the gasket and around the inside. I'll throw that back in PVC. I like to hit up the door. I understand that all this stuff is going to get hit during the cleaning cycle, but at the same time, some of these spots are so hard to get at. I feel like you have to do them manually before. So I like to wash the door inside and out. I like to wash down all the connections, all the other points here, because here's the deal. If this door is dirty, the outside portion of this door is dirty, and you're touching things around it, that soil gets on your hands, and next thing you know, it's in the tank. I'll also hit up the shadow of the tank here. There, and then I'm going to keep heating and rinsing this. I'm going to detail out these parts while that's heating. They are all going to go back on the tank, but especially the hard to reach areas I really like to hit. It's definitely not going to hurt. And really, this is the bread and butter of what we do, so, you know, try to go as all out as you can. The tank is up to about 135 right now. I want to get that closer to 150, 155, 160. Again, follow the instructions for the caustic cleaner that you're using at your place, but that's well within range for the caustic cleaner that I'm using. As I'm heating this up and rinsing it, I'm going to start getting some parts back on it. I'm going to throw clean valves and everything back on here. You're also gonna see that thing that I do with the elbow again on here. And yeah, here's a shot of some steam. Okay, I'll be back with some parts.
Blowout.
Okay, so now my tank is hot enough and it's draining. I'm gonna build out my pump. We're gonna add a measured amount of hot liquor tank water into this tank. We're gonna start running our CIP cycle. All right, so we're all set to start adding our hot water for our cleaning cycle. I'm putting an elbow on there so I'm not putting too much pressure down on the flow meter. Here's our really beat up flow meter. Shows how many gallons are moving through here. If you're wondering and you see white everywhere in this brewery, we have this crazy water that essentially turns instantly into scale. A while back I hit up the great John Palmer with a question about my water. He said something along the lines of, how's that possible? It should just turn directly to scale. And it does. But I'm using this elbow so it doesn't give me as much pressure. My water's just flowing in right now just off of head pressure from the hot liquor tank. I'm gonna take advantage of that to walk away and measure the amount of caustic that I need for this. All right, so what I do is I use a 1.5% solution, which is within range per manufacturer for me. And so this is the math I do. I know I'm using 20 gallons. I do 20 gallons times 128 ounces, measure the chemical in. That's how many ounces. And then I multiply that by 1.5%. And I know I need 38 ounces for that. I do math backwards and in strange ways, so if I ever explain anything and it doesn't sound like the smartest way to do it, but still gets the right answer, that's because that's how I've always done math. I'm gonna go grab 38 ounces of our caustic product. All right, I have my caustic measured up. I'm just watching the water going in. I'm at 11 gallons, I need 20. All right. And this again, just like last time, is going to be liquid being pumped off the bottom through these hoses over here to the face of the pump. It's what I call the face of the pump, and probably nobody else does. This right here. And then it's pumped up and out and is returned back up this CIP arm. I'm gonna bleed a little bit of water out on the other side, on the out portion of the pump to make sure that I have hot water pulled through there and that the pump is primed. Then I'll add my chemical from there. So there's gonna be a big time when this off gas is. You can see the steam blowing out of here. I'm gonna shut some of these down a little bit. I don't feel any more air blowing out of here, so this means I can add my caustic. And I like both pouring through one of these as opposed to opening the whole tank up. I'm gonna chase that down the drain with a little bit of hot water. All right, so again, what's happening is I'm pulling off the bottom into the pump, pushing it back up the CIP line to the spray ball on the top. That's spinning, hitting all the sidewalls with hot caustic, and it's collecting at the bottom and being recirculated. I am gonna hit every port here, just like I do with the Brite tank when I'm sanitizing, all that stuff. I'm gonna be pushing chemical through those as well. Sometimes even we'll use a brush in there. When we're all done with that, we'll rinse, we'll dump, we'll rinse, and then I'm gonna spot check some pretty specific areas for some trouble issues that can pop up, just as far as making sure you have all your soil out of there.
You guys are the best. Okay, that is gonna wrap the video on CIPing a tank. It doesn't matter whether we're talking about a Brite tank or like in today's episode when we were cleaning a fermenter. Conceptually, it's all the same. These tutorial style videos are meant to give you kind of a behind the scenes technical, practical look at what we have going on cleaning wise. Hopefully it brings some value. If you're already working in the industry, if you're interested in working in the industry, or if you just want to know kind of how things work back here. If you got any value out of the episode, please feel free to leave questions, comments, likes, subscribes, all the things that you're supposed to do for YouTube. We really appreciate it. Thanks for sticking around with us, and we will see you later.